yiduma Mohamed ba sirali anna holima hay goto folatama Mohamed ba goto buratama odu amawbe ma e barki yum mama lamu ko tawal maka baba barki ko tawal maka nene fodore wo pata ay bindi majata alo Mohamed ba ene yiduma alo Mohamed ba ene holima
So, one, this is an inauguration for a very long time when SLPP is in power. Is that not nice? Is that not great? Is that not unique? Okay, thank you so much. I know we are all going to have a very good night tonight. Okay, we are now going to start with the program. And so you have the program right? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today to have our first event after our winning. And I know everyone is excited, and we're not gonna have too much talking. We already started dancing, and we're gonna keep it going. This evening is not gonna be an evening of talking. We have a lot of dignitaries here, which you can, you can interact with, and we'll give you that opportunity to do that. But all along, we're going to do dancing, dancing, dancing. Just a few housekeeping rules. Down the hall, you have the bar. You can have fun back there. The restrooms are outside. You go outside the exit and make a right. You have the ladies and gentlemen's restroom. So we'll keep you updated as the day goes. I'll hand you to my co-MC. By the way, I forgot to introduce myself. Since I was not introduced, I am Mrs. Kadiba Lajalo. I have served this region as a regional women's leader for 2 terms, and I am glad to say that during our tenure, we were able to take SLPP to State House. How great is that? So it is really a privilege and a great opportunity to be with you this evening or this night as your MC, and I'm gonna make sure that we dance and have fun. I'll pass you over to my co-MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Leone Josephine Kabomela. I stand here tonight to introduce the co-MC for tonight's program. My name is Leone Josephine Kabomela. I'm currently the organizing secretary for the SLPP Houston chapter. I stand here tonight to introduce the co-MC for this occasion. I have known him all my adult life. I have confidence in this fine gentleman that he will deliver well whenever required. He stands for good governance, which lead him to put Houston SLPP on the map in North America and Sierra Leone. He has been SLPP all his life. From 2008 to 2014, he was the chairman of this great chapter. And under his leadership, This chapter was one of the vibrant chapters in the Federation. A staunch member, a devoted father, a friend, a community leader, and my brother. He attended one of the high schools in Bo, where manners maketh man. The Bo School. He has worked for Harris County Juvenile Probation over 15 years as a psychotherapist. Ladies and gentlemen, on this note, and without further ado, I want you all to help me welcome our co-MC, Mr. Suleiman Tony Sano.
Thank you, Ms. Josephine. Good song there. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome all of you. We welcome our distinguished guests from within the country, from Sierra Leone, Liberia, and everywhere. We thank you. And tonight is all about Mohamed Ba. Let's all give it up for Mohamed Ba. Like Dr. Mana rightly said, I believe this is the first inauguration okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have another delegate, well, not delegate, distinguished. Guest. So, my co-MC already told you we're gonna have fun, and believe it, we're gonna have fun. Those of you that were here from 2 days ago, you already know what we had done. Houston, Texas, we do great things. And tonight is not gonna be an exception. This DJ you see over there, she's gonna thrill you guys here tonight, and we're gonna have fun. Let's give it up for everyone. You know, we're so very happy we're here. I know elections are over, and we are not campaigning anymore. But if you're Australian here, and you know there are good things happening in Sierra Leone, you want to start thinking about joining the SLPP. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to thank the entire SLPP NA executive that are here tonight. You will soon get to see them. My co-MC told you the restrooms are out there, and I believe they're already serving food. We're gonna have fun. At this time, we're gonna call on
we have our Imam here, who is Chief Imam, who is going to lead us in Muslim prayers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be very brief. But usually, when they call the clergy to offer prayers, they give the clergy just 1 minute, and you will see people running behind it, not talk too much to 1 minute or more. But for the comedians, they say, we are going to give you just 1 hour. And tonight, we have to glorify Allah's name for what he has done for us. We asked for Moses. He gave us His Excellency, retired Julius Maada Bio. So tonight, we are going to glorify his name. Repeat after me. Allahu Akbar. Please, Allah wants to hear his name. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I'm going to read one of the most important du'as in the Quran. At the end of the dua, then I will ask you all to join me in reading Qul Huwallahu, Qul A'udhu Birabbil Falaq, Qul A'udhu Birabbin Nas. Then we come to Fatiha. So, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلمون ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يؤتون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يئوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. With respect to our distinguished delegates, I'm asking everybody to stand up. Let us glorify His name. Let us praise Him for all what He has done for us. So we are going to start with Qul Huwallahu. We start with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Together. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Qul Huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس مالك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Together, Al-Fatiha. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Imam Bayo. Now, we have Mr. Penis George to lead us in Christian prayers. Penis George.
Now, Lord, pray. Father God, now heaven, we tell you thank you. We tell you plenty thank you for what you don't do for we and what you get for do for we more. Father God, we gather now this night for gladly and pray to you and beg you for let you give me more gladly. We can add this net for can announce and introduce the new executive. We pray that you, Papa God, now you they make us in the be when a good thing. Without you, nothing will be when a good thing. We pray that you continue to do good for we. With party, SLPP, with president, and all the one that we don't pick me up for do the work. We pray that you will give them strength, energy, wisdom, and understanding. We pray that this night you go be here, there. You be the president, you be the chairman, you be everything for this occasion. We tell you 10, we'll continue for the tell you 10. So that you will do more for me, for the SLPP party. In Jesus' name, we pray.
Amen. Thank you, Mama Smart. Now, according to the program, we have our Deputy Regional Women's Leader, Madam Namisa Kramer, to introduce our Ambassador, Dr. Siddiqui Wai.
I have the honor of introducing our ambassador, His Excellency Siddiqui Abubakar Wai, Ambassador Extraordinary, Plenipotentiary, and Chief of Mission, Embassy of the Sierra Leone, to the United States. Formerly policy advisor to the police commissioner of the New York City Police Department. Former president and national spokesperson, United African Congress, representing 3.5 million continental Africans in the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, our ambassador, Ambassador Y.
Good evening. Put your hands together for such an incredible ceremony. Now, as I was coming here, I had to tell the Deputy Speaker of Parliament whether he could write a speech for me. And he said to me, he wrote this 30-page speech. I said, Honorable, if I read that speech here, they're going to throw me out of this room. But on a more serious note, I think we have to start from the beginning. The President of the Republic of Sierra Leone decided on his own to invest in the diaspora by appointing me to a position of ambassador. He told me I'm an ambassador for all Sierra Leoneans. So the credit goes to retired General Brigadier Madabio. But tonight, I want to extend my greatest appreciation for all of the hard work that went into this to invite me to come here. In Houston, Texas, they told me this is where the money is. So I hope that all of you diaspora people, Sierra Leone said that Sierra Leone is open for business. The Secretary General is here, the Speaker is here, everybody is here. So please, do not forget your country. But tonight, I'm here purposely because one of the greatest and highest achievement any single individual could have is your own peers saying to you, we call you the leader. And that leader is Mr. Ba. Give him a big round of applause. Where's the Ba? Did he hide away? Where? I didn't see him at all. Where is he? Mr. Ba, Chairman Ba, I know this for a fact, that he fights for this region, and when he fights for this region, he's fighting for all Sierra Leoneans. And I want to just say a few words about that. He cannot do it alone. He needs every single person inside this room and outside this room to support him to do the work that you elected him to do. So, as I get my 1 minute of fame, I just want to thank each and every one of you here that the Embassy of Sierra Leone in Washington, many people used to say, well, we call, we can't get no phone call back. Well, I want to tell you that that's in the past. The new direction said, we answer phones, we respond to calls, and we're going to be very, very attentive. And also, there used to be two embassies that they don't talk to each other. The embassy in the UN and the embassy in Washington, D.C. Well, I'm here to say today, this evening, that the UN ambassador, Ambassador Kaikai, and myself said those days are in the past. Sierra Leone Embassy to the United Nations, Sierra Leone Embassy to Washington are going to work together on behalf of our country. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourself, be a party faithful, and don't forget to raise money to support the party. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador White. I know we have the People's Ambassador, the Sierra Leone Ambassador, my ambassador, and your ambassador. Thank you very much. Dinner is going to be served. While we wait for dinner, we can have some music. Introduce to you our guest, our honorable ladies and gentlemen who came from far, some came from Sierra Leone, all over Liberia, New York, so that you can put a name to the face. I will start by introducing our honorable Sidi Tunis, who is the minority leader of parliament and leader of government business. Mr. Umaro Napoleon Koroma Esquire, National Secretary General SLPP, also Chairman of National Privatization Commission. And of course, our Honorable HE, Mr. Siddiqui Abubakar Y, our Ambassador to the US, residing in Washington, D.C. Honorable HE Dr. Francis M. Kaikai, Ambassador, Permanent Representative to the United Nations. HE Dr. Michael Imran Kenu, Deputy Permanent Representative for Legal Affairs, United Nations. Honorable H.E. Mrs. Victoria M. Sulaimani, Deputy Permanent Representative, Political Affairs, United Nations. H.E. Mr. Joseph Hasley, Deputy Ambassador, Sierra Leone Mission to Liberia. We also have amongst us our former chair lady, Deputy Regional Chair, Mrs. Mata Chagli, who is now in Freetown and is working with Seratel. Welcome, Martha. We have Dr. Gladstone Tucker from Illinois, and Mohamed Idris is country businessman. Mr. Sally Lavali for Mancon. Oh, Beverly Hills is the chairlady for Beverly Hills Women's Club. Paul Soa, chairman for Canada. And of course, all of you are dignitaries and honorable people here amongst us tonight. I'm also going to have Richard Hindo Senesi, Commissioner for NRA. Thank you very much for being with us. Oh, we also have the young generation leader from Sierra Leone. Okay, we have two gentlemen from Sierra Leone. Oh, three. And you welcome gentlemen. I will continue to give you names as they come through. All right, I got the names. Mr. Emerson Kamara, Deputy Youth Commissioner. Augustine Tommy, Director of Finance, Buma Valley. Tamba S. Mose, Constituency Chairman, Kono District. Mrs. Abiba Tukonte, Constituency Treasurer. You are very welcome. Oh, I'm missing Mr. Richard Hindolo Senesi, Commissioner of Anti-Smuggling and Border Control Management, NRA. Trump will love you. Border control.
At this time, we're going to call on Dr. Francis Kaikai, the Sierra Leone ambassador to the United Nations, to say a word or two.
Good evening, everybody. Are we all Sierra Leoneans? Very good. Thank you very much. Let me recognize the high table and the other high table. And also let me recognize all these beautiful faces that I see here. I greet you all from New York. And I also want to greet you on behalf of my two colleagues as well. I have the Ambassador, Deputy Commandant Reps here, Ambassador Kanu,
and Ambassador Slppna. We are very, very pleased to be here this evening to grace this occasion. It's a very important occasion for us, by the way, because it's an SLPP occasion. And not only an SLPP occasion, but also a one country, one people occasion. Can we just clap for that? It's one country, one people. And I see very familiar faces here. Some people I went to school with, some people I went to college with, and some people we work together, and I see them all here. I'm really very pleased to be here this evening in this, to spend a Texas evening with all of you. It's also a very special moment for us to recognize Mr. Mohamed. Mr. Mohamed, when the ambassador to the United States was speaking, we were looking for you. Mr. You're still working. You should be sitting somewhere. We are all here this evening for you. And Mr. It's been a very interesting journey for you. You were a young generation leader, and now you assume the highest office. And I, on behalf of my colleagues from New York, we really want to appreciate you. We want to thank you very much for the hard work you put into all of this. And I'm very sure your colleagues are very proud to have you as their chairman for this region. All I want to say this evening is that the SLPP is one family, and the SLPP is now in governance. The SLPP has tasted opposition, and now we are in governance, and you can see the difference. I can see very, very happy faces, and I know when you were in opposition there were problems, and in North America I hear that you were even divided in the lead up to elections. Now that the party is in power, what I want to really admonish all of you to do is to unite, to reconcile, and those who left the party and went away, try to bring them back. So the next time we come to Texas to celebrate, let's make sure we bring back people who had left, and if possible, let's recruit more people. Our party is a party for Sierra Leone, North, South, East, and West, and the diaspora. And I want to assure you that whether you are within Sierra Leone or not, you will be fully recognized all the time by the party. And we are doing our best in New York to make sure we can represent Sierra Leone adequately at the global stage and make sure Sierra Leone is on the table to promote Sierra Leone's interest. And whilst doing that, we also recognize that in Washington, we have our ambassador, plenipotentiary, Ambassador Y. And he said we are going to close ranks. Indeed, we are going to do that, again, in the interest of Sierra Leone, because we want to make sure that Sierra Leoneans, anywhere they are in the United States, you feel that you have people here representing your country, and we will be ready to support you at any time, and especially if you are within the laws of America. So once again, I want to thank you all very much, and Mr. thank you for this opportunity. We're not planning to come here at this time, but we are here for you, and it's your evening, and please, congratulations again. You've worked very hard, and I don't want to just leave it to Mr. but also to extend it to the executive, the hard-working executive. Mr. don't forget, I have to say this again, reconciliation, reconciliation, reconciliation. Unite, unite, unite. The next time we come, we want to see more people here. especially those who strayed away, those who went away, and I know they want to come back. Bring everybody back together. All right? We have a very huge umbrella. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, His Excellency. Please give it up for our ambassador for a very good presentation.
And to follow what Dr. Kaikai rightly said, we're going to call on another distinguished guest amongst us, and that's no one but Mr. Umaru Napoleon Kuruma. He's the National Secretary General of the SLPP. He's also okay, Mr. Kuruma is also chairman of the National Privatization Commission. He's here now.
Thank you very much, MC. One country. One country. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Distinguished guests on the high table, His Excellencies, ambassadors, the executive of the SLPP North America, distinguished guests, and members of our beloved party. I bring greetings from His Excellency the President, the Chairman and leader of the SLPP, and the entire membership of the SLPP in Freetown. I feel greatly privileged to be part of this inauguration ceremony tonight. Last year, we were in New York to elect a new executive. I saw the demonstration of commitment by the North American chapter towards the cause of the great SLPP party. Tonight, I see the same faces again. Familiar faces. 2017 in Dallas, in New York, and they are here today. This points to one thing, that North America has always been very, very much committed to the Israeli People's Party. Yours is a region that has contributed very greatly to the success of our party. We've always asked very little in return. I believe all you want to see back home is a change of vision and a change of direction. I am pleased to inform you that what you are envisioning for our country is going through. The government, under His Excellency the President, under the new direction, will set about to change the course of history in that country. But we cannot do it alone without your support. As Secretary General of the SLPP, I want to call on you all to continue to be united, to continue to demonstrate your love and care for our great party. But it's only with that we'll be able to succeed back at home. Excellency the President has engaged in several programs that will make us all feel proud to be Israelians. I believe many of us sitting here tonight, particularly me standing here, I feel more proud to be Israelian than I was a year ago. Everywhere I've been around the world quite recently, and has been kudos to our country because of the strides we've embarked on. We've embarked on a very, very serious drive and fundraising in our country, revenue generation, and very strict fiscal discipline in our country, which is why we've not heard about the perennial issues in our country of non-payment of salaries and many other issues, despite our government inheriting a battered economy. This is due to what His Excellency has directed himself to us. And I'm also pleased to inform you that our government has waged a war on a very serious enemy in our country. That enemy is corruption. And I'm pleased to tell you that very soon the war against corruption will be won in Israel, and Israel will be a very good place for us for us to live. Less than 24 hours ago, a very serious non-governmental organization, Israel, launched the Biometer, a survey where they were asking people in that country about the governance system of the SLPP. I am pleased to tell you that 80% of Israelians told the non-governmental organization that the SLPP government is very serious and committed towards fighting corruption in our country. We have 80% under our belt. We will take it to 100%, and corruption will be a thing of the past. I also want to use this opportunity tonight to speak to all Australians present here and friends of Sierra Leone that our country is open up for business. The President in his campaign manifesto promised to develop our economy on the backbone of private sector investment. And to this end, he has encouraged the National Commission of Privatization, the commission which I head, to seek private capital to help us restructure our ailing public enterprises in that country. Very soon, our website is well open. We are about to divest or seek strategic investment into the Israeli telecommunications industry, Israeli State Lottery, and the Israeli National Insurance Company, to name but a few. Let Israelians use this opportunity. We are looking for people to come and invest in our country, but Israelians will be our first priority. If you are Israeli or a group of Israelians who are interested in investing in our country, feel free to come on board. Your monies will be safe, your investment will be protected, and the environment is guaranteed for you all to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, the country is on a new path. Sierra Leone is moving towards a new direction. The President, as a result of his hard work, today you go around the world, you no longer hear about Sierra Leone and Ebola or mudslide. You hear Sierra Leone about human capital development, Sierra Leone about free quality education, Sierra Leone calling for investment in tourism. These are the things we're now hearing about our country, which is making us feel very proud of our country. A few days ago, we were in New York, engaging the World Bank and the IMF. I'm pleased to tell you that these two international institutions, financial institutions, are very much pleased with what His Excellency is doing in our country and what we are doing as a government. So, ladies and gentlemen, you use your hearing back from home. These are not fancies, they are realities. For those of you who visited Israel quite recently, you will agree with me that we've been able to restore permanent electricity to the capital city of Freetown. And as I speak to you, the Ministry of Energy is working very hard to engage in the restoration of rural electricity. And hopefully, towards the end of the year, we'll have been able to accomplish that, and many parts of our country will have electricity that will enable the investment we are seeking around the world. I feel proud today to speak to you as Secretary General of the great SLPP. We are laying a foundation to set the development pace of that country, and we will continue to rule Sierra Leone if we stay united, if we stay committed. And in this trajectory, I see the role the North America SLPP has always played and will continue to play. I want to call on you tonight to rally around the new executive, to support the new executive. For without your support, they will not be able to succeed. But if you support them, if you encourage them, they will be able to achieve greater things. And we back home will be proud of a branch, and that branch will be no other branch but this SLPP North American branch. On behalf of the SLPP, I want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank you all for your audience, and may God bless you. May God bless the Israeli People's Party. May God bless Israel. Thank you all. One country, one people.
Thank you very much, Mr. Napoleon Koroma. I just want to recognize someone for a quick minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to recognize with me Honorable Patrick Jackson, Honorary Consul General, Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you very much, Mr. Jackson. You're welcome.
and we're celebrating the SLPP party.
We are the Salon youth from the Dallas community.
Yes, and we're here to show that Salon youth, you get for remember your background.
Yeah.
No lose your culture.
Yeah.
No lose out.
You not get for bucked up.
Yes. No, Sedona, we just celebrate this SLPP party. Put on your dancing shoes.
Yeah. Okay. Come, go follow me. Do what you want, your way to the back, I go, oh my God.
The way I'm winding my waist to the neck, it's who I'm going. Communication builds a nation. I'll be there for you if you need me, boo. Let out frustration. People take time manipulation. I don't need tension. I'll be there for you if you need me, boo. Just send location. I don't know where till you been. Watch me that I so. Oh, I know.
Me and my son just about to lies in your life. With you, I don't need no other. Your love is all I need. You know the sugar to me tea. You know the butter to me bread. You know the pepper to me fish. With you, I never drag. I never beg. You feel the vibe, it's contagious.
And more, let's go down. Every go take me place, I make them color. All the man them color.
I just wanna be yours.
And you just wanna be mine. Together we're so fine.
Maybe I'm not.
Me and them just about to laugh this night. I done make them color. All the man them color. I done make them boom, go. Boom, 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 go.
The way you run your way to the back, I go, oh my God.
The way I'm winding my waist to the make it who I'm down. Hey, hey. Thank you all.
Country, one people, SLPP. I am the keynote speaker, so I actually have a speech, but it's not going to be long. But it's important for me to deliver a message from Sierra Leone. Mr. Chairman, members of the SLP North America Executive, the general membership of SLPP North America, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Inauguration ceremonies are always registered in the annals of history as special events. It's a moment to show or introduce new public officials into new special roles and responsibilities. it is always a moment that rings a bell. It rings a bell of a new dawn or a signaling that an important change has taken place. On that note, I want to, on behalf of SLPP members of Parliament and the entire membership of the party in Sierra Leone, congratulate the newly elected executive on their hard-won and merited victory. On a lighter note, it is always a pleasure to be across the Atlantic. Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me once again take this singular opportunity to extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to the SLPP family in North America, and especially to the executive who stood by the party in the most difficult of times and who also made this day and moment possible. I have the firm conviction that the spirit of one country, one people is a driving force behind this mastercraft of organizing and managing this auspicious event. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with your hard-earned support in 2018, His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio was elected the third democratically elected president in the Second Republic of Sierra Leone. The outcome of that election led me to become the leader of government business and leader of the 5th Parliament of the Second Republic. I thank you very much in your relentless effort in making this electoral victory possible in 2018. I must confess that it has been a challenging task to bring the power balance in the House and to make sure that the business of government is conducted in line with the President's new direction agenda. It has been difficult, but power, we have been able to deliver on all the legislative agenda of government so far. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, notwithstanding our numerical strength of 49 members in a 146-member parliament, we have been able to approve 99.99% of all presidential nominees. We have passed into law 5 critical and sensitive bills, including the appropriation bill for the finance of the state in fiscal year 2019. We have ratified 16 agreements that will aid His Excellency's vision for a better Sierra Leone. We have piloted 46 motions, passed into law the constitutional instrument that established the commissions of inquiry, and most recently and topically, the approval of the National Emergency on Rape and Sexual Violence. I may explain further on some of the key achievements highlighted above. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the present challenges that we face are not only with my role to discharge the duties as leader of government business, but the challenges are also with us as a government and as a ruling party. This is so because we inherited as a government the worst economic situation the country has faced since independence, characterized by double-digit inflation, low domestic revenue mobilization, high domestic debt burden, unsustainable external debt, and huge arrears to contractors. Therefore, taking tough policy actions to tackle the growing economic difficulties were imperative. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in order to mitigate this difficult national situation and hardship, His Excellency the President, upon his election, quickly put in place executive orders and promised to build his leadership on the following mantra: disciplined leadership, integrity, efficiency, professionalism, and service delivery. These, I say here before you, are the guiding principles of the new direction administration. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, as I stated earlier, one of the most topical of all the legislative agenda of government was passing into law of the constitutional instruments that established the Commission of Inquiry. The main opposition party never wanted the constitutional instrument to mature into law, but we were able to overcome that challenge, though they have the numerical strength, but not sufficient enough to have a two-thirds majority to overturn the instruments of Commission of Inquiry. As we speak, the commissions of inquiry have started, and those who are found wanting will pay back our money. The process is ongoing, and we can all attest that it is indeed free, fair, transparent, and credible. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, another critical and topical issue was the declaration of national emergency by His Excellency the President against rape and sexual violence. As usual, the APC stood against it. You must have realized that sexual penetration against babies and girls as young as 3 months has reached an alarming proportion over the years. In fact, it is on record that the reported cases of sexual penetration against minors in the recent past are well over 4,000 cases. The President, in fulfilling his constitutional mandate as Commander-in-Chief, custodian of the Constitution, and fountain of honor, declared an emergency on rape and sexual violence. Our brothers from the APC politicized the entire issue and created the wrong narrative on a very important national problem. As a party that is human and affectionate to the woman force of our country, we stood firmly and ratified the proclamation. And we are also very ready to pass into law the regulations enforcing the declaration for the women of Sierra Leone. Anyone or any son of Adam who rapes a minor now in Sierra Leone shall go to jail for the rest of his entire life. In the marathon of efforts to fight corruption, a forensic audit on 4 key critical sectors was released by Audit Service just last week. The report has been committed to the Public Accounts Committee of the House of Parliament. I am in serious engagement with the committee to ensure that issues emanating from the report are dealt with as soon as possible, and recommendations therein be sent to the Attorney General for appropriate action. However, we are also in agreement that issues in the forensic report that have prima facie or blatant indices of corruption shall be immediately forwarded to the Anti-Corruption Commission. In fulfillment of our memorandum of understanding between Parliament and the ACC, my leadership will ensure that the ACC works collaboratively with the Parliamentary Public Accounts Committee for the good of the people of Sierra Leone. We also want to assure everybody that the process will be fair and transparent, and the rule of law will be upheld to the fullest. In the midst of all of these, what is very, very clear is that a lot had gone wrong in the recent past in our sweet Sierra Leone. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, politics is always a difficult and complicated business. My experience in active politics since 1995 has taught me many lessons, putting my parliamentary career in perspective. I have sat on both the opposition and government benches. I have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in politics. But in all of these circumstances, you have to believe in God Almighty and believe in yourself to overcome. As they always say, nothing good comes easy. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Leone is still one of the poorest countries in the world. We are poor not because God did not awash our land with resources. We are poor because of leadership challenge. And the new direction under the leadership of President Julius Maada Bio is all set to change this narrative. In this respect, we need you all to come. Come home and invest. Come and create businesses. Come and farm in the fallow lands from the Warawara Hills to the Cambo Hills. From the Wosun Hills to the Bitumani. From the Lake Samfor in the north to the Gola Forest in the east. We as a government need all hands on deck to promote the ideals of one country and one people. Mr. Chairman, may I conclude by once again re-echoing my thanks and appreciation to the SLP North America for extending this invite to me and for giving me this platform to explain to the North American audience of the SLP family about my role as leader of government business, the challenges of nation building, and the work of Parliament in assisting His Excellency's vision for a prosperous nation. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Leone cannot be prosperous if the Sierra Leone diaspora did not play a critical and meaningful role in the nation building process. On that note, my leadership will ensure that two key but interrelated issues are put on the legislative agenda. One, the amendment of the constitutional provision relating to citizenship and the right to exercise franchise no matter where you are on planet Earth. The infamous qualifier to SIM will be a thing of the past, God willing, under my leadership in Parliament. His Excellency, the President, is in full support of the move to review the provisions in our laws that deal with citizenship and the right of every Sierra Leonean to vote and to be voted, the right to exercise franchise. Two, the creation of equal opportunities for Sierra Leoneans living in diaspora. This is a holistic issue we are trying to address as we move forward. You must have noticed that in the area of job opportunities, few members of SLPP North America are in critical positions in the New Direction administration. Some are in top adversarial positions, and HE, the President, is more than willing to offer more to this branch. I would also like to encourage professionals in all walks of life to come home and serve. The stories for those who have decided to serve back home are not always too bad. Sierra Leone is still a virgin and promising land. I thank you all for your rapt attention. God bless Sierra Leone and God bless us all. Thank you.
As my Council of Elders, here she is. Executive members, please come up. We need to do this quickly. No, the National Executive, yes, Mr. Daniel McCarthy, the whip. Mr. Bokari Sama is coming up. Senesi Sama is coming up. Sorry, Senesi. The chairman, the vice chairman, Mr. Amadou Amara, is here. The Assistant Secretary General, Mr. Sinan, Charles Sinan, is here. Council of Elders, Madam Mary Baya is here. Oh no. Mr. Joseph McCarthy, Assistant Regional Organizing Secretary. And Mr. Mohamed Bokari is here. Financial Secretary to the Young Generation. SLPP executive members, can you please come forward? We want to do this quickly. Madam Jenny Toure, Jenny Tijan Kela, one of the elders, the youngest elder we have, Mr. Hindolo Bennett is here. The internal editor, Mr. Fayette. The internal auditor, Mr. Fayette, is also here. Mr. Hindolo Bennett, are you here? Anne-Marie, this is Anne-Marie Williams. She is the Secretary General of the Women's Wing. Yes, this is right next to me is the Vice Chair, Mr. Amadou Bolokada. And Chairman, Mr. Mohamed Ba, can you come up?
We are going to administer the oath of office to the executive members minus the regional chair. Minus the regional chair. Then next, it will be the regional chair himself. The man himself. Then after that, he will address the audience. And that will be it, after both of that. Mr. Koroman, I think you are going to do the first part. And Mr. Honorable Tones will do the second part. You have your oath ready? Okay, thank you, sir.
Honorable City Tunis, come and stand ready. Honorable signatories, come forward. Are we ready? Executive members, are you set? Hello? One country. Let's please be attentive. This is the highlight of the program we've all gathered here for this night. Let's be very, very attentive. Thank you very much. Hello, Mr. President. You repeat after me.
No, go on.
Go on. You repeat after me. I do hereby swear that I will faithfully execute the office of, to the best of my ability, and that I will faithfully uphold and protect the Constitution of the Israeli People's Party, North America. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on, stand, release. Ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the Israeli People's Party, as the Secretary General of the Israeli People's Party, I hereby pronounce all persons who swear to the oath tonight with the rights and privileges and responsibility thereto. I congratulate you on your elections, and I hope you will deliver them. Thank you very much. I congratulate you for the second time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon.
Can we just open up a little bit so that, and I will encourage those of you who have been sworn in to stand by your chairman, because that's what we expect you to do throughout your term. Mr. Chairman, you are taking your oath of office. When I say I, please call your name and repeat after me. I, Mohamed, do hereby swear that I will faithfully execute the office of
the regional chairman for the Sierra Leone
to the best of my ability, that I will faithfully uphold and protect the Constitution of SLPP North America.
Protect the Constitution of SLPP North America.
So help me God.
So help me God.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the Sierra Leone People's Party as the leader of members of Parliament, I now pronounce you, Mr. Mohamed Ba, Regional Chairman, North America, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto. Congratulations. You are honorable people, definitely you are.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our party conference chairman, Dr. Slppna, is going to inaugurate the executive All right, Dr. Mana is going to swear in everybody right now.
Okay, this is what we always do. All the members of SRPP, wherever you came from, can you stand up, please? We always administer the oath of membership. Always the oath of membership. So, this is what they talk about, Leone. Oh yeah, we know they do this. Okay, we are one of can you please repeat after me? I call your name, a member of the SRPP, having taken the membership of the party, I commit to the party, I always honor my obligation, I will remain a member of the SRPP till my last breath. I will give my support for the President, Julius Maada. I will do everything in my power to promote the objectives and the goals so that we can achieve the one that the one that next time. So help me God. Thank you.
Yeah, you are dismissed, ladies and gentlemen. You can have your seat. Can you please address the audience for a brief second before we continue, please?
Silence. One country. One country. One people. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Distinguished guests, honorable, it is with great honor that I stand here to say thank you to the entire membership of the Sierra Leone People's Party to allow me to serve a party that gives independence to a nation that we all love, Sierra Leone. I'm very grateful to serve this region this time. The words cannot express how much I appreciate that. I would also like to thank my fellow executive members for your hard work and dedication to make sure we do what it takes to put this region on the forefront of His Excellency's agenda, the new direction. Thank you so much, my fellow executive members. To my Houston chapter and the Dallas, thank you so much for making this a successful event. My chair lady, Miss Alice, I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. You made us proud as Houston. My favorite auntie, Miss Abiture, you were the head of the Inauguration Committee. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you have been with me from the beginning. The road that I took to become the chairman of the SLP North America was not an easy one. When I first started, I contested to become the regional chairman for this region. And during that election, we tied. No one won the election. The second time I contested, I was able to serve this region as Inauguration in 2016. And tonight, as I stand here, I am very grateful to serve as the new regional chairman for our great region. Now, my election is a symbolic one to all of us. There is this notion that the SL people is tribalistic.
And my candidacy and my chairmanship is a clear testimony that if you are involved in the business of politics and you work hard, we will give you a chance to serve our region. And I am the testimony to that. And lastly, because I don't want to hold people too much because we have been, we've been here for the whole night. My leadership is focused on His Excellency's agenda. Currently, we all know about the education programs, agriculture, and of course, healthcare. We are going to form committees that will make sure we support His Excellency's agenda. We are going to work with our ambassadors, Dr. Kaikai, United Nations, thank you very much. And of course, my Honorable Ambassador, Sidikiwai. I have a lot of dignitaries on that high table, but I will definitely have to choose 3 to talk about. You have to forgive me on that, especially those that I did not call. And the 2 I want to mention is Ambassador Y and Dr. Kaikai. I happened to meet them in New York when the President came to New York. And I was after them anywhere they go. And I told them you have to be useful for this inauguration. Thank you so much for honoring that invitation. Thank you. And of course, Honorable City Tools to come all the way from Sierra Leone. Thank you so much. But there is one important person also I need to recognize. Mr. Mohamed Idrissa Iskandar. Thank you so much for the support. You have been there for me while I was running for Young Generation Leader, and you continue to be there. Thank you so much for hosting our guest. Thank you. And of course, let me end with my precious half, my wife. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Thank you, thank you. For those of you I was able to call your name, please pardon me, our protocol observed. Thank you very much. One country, one people. Thank you.
Kotawal maka baba, barki kotawal maka nene, fodore wapata, ay bindi majata.